Hey, what's going on, y'all? Week 4, I decided to tell the story about how I met my best friend again, but I want to give you guys a different emotion. Okay, meeting my best friend in a homeless shelter was one thing, but let me give you a little backstory to that. Being the only child raised up, not the only child, the oldest of 3 kids, the oldest of 3 kids, raising up here in Pompano Beach, Florida. That's Broward County, South Florida. Difficult. Mama had me when I was, 15, 16 years old. Never really knew my father too much. In and out of school was I never had that mom, hey, go do your homework, or, hey, let me go to the teacher conference meetings or check on you in school. So it wasn't that stuff. So like I was telling you guys before, reading was difficult. I didn't understand math. I didn't understand a lot of things. But I got through life on personality. I got through life on, just being dope. You see me when a lot of my projects, I post my pictures. These things, I don't know psychologically or mentally what it does for me, but when I see my picture, I see me in a good light. I'd be like, bro, you got this. You can do this. It just keeps me going. Mom, mentally, she would never really talk to us unless she was drinking or high on drugs. And I used to be so mad when I was young. I didn't understand those things until now that I'm older. I was there. My mom was really hurting. So I was always asking God, hey, I can't wait to be grown. I can't wait to be grown. I can't make me an adult, which was the dumbest decision I think a lot of us even made, because if I would have knew what I need now, I would have just stayed a teenager and just chilled out a little bit. But instead, had to pay bills. I'm sorry I made this video while everybody was home. I just wanted to be authentic with it. So yeah, at the age of 14, Mom got on drugs real heavy. And by 15, she had met this guy, man. He would never talk to us. He would only talk to my little sister, but he would never talk to us. Every Friday, he would talk. I mean, like Monday through Thursday, we didn't hear nothing from him. He'll come in, he'd walk in the room, that's it. Monday through Thursday. And every Friday, he would get hyped. And I found out he was doing cocaine, giving my mom cocaine. My mom was a hairstylist, and she would just get, like, inebriated doing hair and stuff like that. She would just get totally wasted, never have no energy during the daytime. So it was crazy. I was like this close away from selling drugs. I was already asking the drug dealers in the hood, hey man, give me some work. And everybody kept turning me down. They're like, nah, bro, this not for you. He's like, you. And I was like, God, you let everybody else sell drugs. Why not let me? And for some reason, these people in my community wouldn't let me sell drugs. And I come from a crazy Pompano Beach, Florida. It was crazy. A lot of major dope dealers from around that way. Nothing to glorify, but a lot of guys who sold big time drugs, they was there. And one of the big guys, you guys can look him up. They call him Chicken Man. Craig Frazier, big guy. I mean, he tucked me under his wing. He was like, bro, this is not for you. Because I used to make everybody laugh. He was like, this is not for you. You need to keep doing what you're doing. I was already doing music at the time, doing funny parodies about songs and just recreating my song. Everything was about food. I was a heavy guy, so everything was about food and stuff like that. So at 15, this guy was just, the drugs probably just got too crazy. Too crazy, man. And one night I just like, you know what? I can't do this no more. And I ran away. Tried to go to the Dan Marino boys' home. They wouldn't let me go. They're like, hey, you got to be court ordered here. And just one day I was walking in the area, not our area. I call it the urban area. In our urban area, they didn't care, but I went to the other side of the tracks and people saw me wandering around. Like, what are you doing here, sir? And look, boy, and called the cops. The cops put me in the car, took me to Fort Lauderdale. And that's how I ended up at Covenant House. Went to Covenant House, walked in, did some intake. They gave me a hot meal. Gave me some blankets because it was cold. They asked my input at where's your mom? I kept saying I didn't know where my mom was. And I just ended up going there. Coming from our community, they always teach you, white people bad, white people this and white people that. And you know what I'm saying? That racial thing was really high. This was like 94, 95, right? The racial thing was really, it's been hyped still, but I learned that it didn't matter and people play you against each other. Race, political beliefs, what I'm saying, all kind of stuff. It's crazy how the world works. But didn't really have a real relationship with white people. But when I got there, majority of the people that was helping me was white. Coming to the room, giving me clothes. They in Covenant House, when you go through intake, They ask you, do you got clothes? I was like, no, I don't have no clothes. So they take you on the backside where it's a closet full of clothes, free. They let you pick out what you can wear, and they take you upstairs, and you got your fresh bed made up. The room is clean. Sometimes you have kids in the room already. The kids are kind of sort of friendly. They give you soap, towels, rags, the whole nine. They gave it to you. You get up in the morning, they got breakfast, you got lunch, you got dinner. I mean, these people were super nice. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, this is nothing what they said white people was. So, it had been a year. I was turning 16. It had been a year at this time I was there, and I met my other friend Donald. I told you, Big Donald. His parents were police officers, Broward County Sheriff's Department. Like his stepfather was the colonel of Broward County, with the Sheriff Lamberti, and his mom was was a correction officer for like 27 years. He ran away. He had another story. He ran away because he got tired of his stepfather beating on him. So we all come from different walks of life. My struggle wasn't his struggle. I had way worse. Like, Donald had clothes. He was big guy. He knew how to. So it was all kind of things. He knew how to dress. He knew about getting his hair cut all the time. He was up on things like that, and he put me on things like that. I gave him a little bit of my street knowledge and stuff like that, and we just ran around for a little bit, in and out, trying to find jobs, trying to go to school. You know, beta, they had the program every week, every summer, beta program, and Covenant House would let us do that. Donald was like 15. I had turned 16. And that's when Owen came. When Owen came, and, you know, we became friends. Owen gave us a piece of Jamaica. You know, I didn't know anything about Jamaicans at all. So Owen told us about the ackee and saltfish. He told us about the brown stew chicken, the curry chicken. He told us about the bougie bontons. He told us about the Bob Marley's. He gave us some red rat. He gave us his culture. So it was like all three of us, different walks of life, just spreading culture around each other. Owen was smarter than us. I mean, coming from Jamaica, his education was crazy. So things I couldn't read or understand, Owen would break it down to me. You know, Donald had a really bad temper. You know, Owen was too small. So me coming from you know, I've seen all the dangerous things. I've seen how hard life was. So I always had a calm, cool demeanor. Like, again, my personality and my attitude is what got me through life. Like, it's places people with money can't get into, and it's just my attitude just kind of owns the room. I walk in, I own it. Donald and Owen didn't quite kind of have that. I was funny, I was witty, you know, but people didn't know I was illiterate. People didn't know these things, but because I carried myself well and I spoke very well, people just tend to gravitate towards me. So we all had three different pieces of life that we gave to each other. And that worked out well. That dynamic worked out well for us. You know, Donald ended up going back home. I had turned 17 at the time. I went to Job Corps in Kentucky, but got into a fight with some guy, tried to beat me up over laundry detergent. I ended up coming back to the shelter. When I got back, Donald was there and Owen was there. And Owen was like, you know, I'm tired of this ripping and running. Because, you know, his mom was working as a nurse, and he had been to America. So she didn't really have no control over him because she had to work and he was there. So he had ripped and ran and got into these American streets. And, you know, he made some bad decisions, but coming back to the Covenant House and running back into me, you know, cool head, calm. Listen, bro, I'm going back to Job Corps. They sent me to anger management. After anger management, we're going back to Job Corps together. I'm going to do culinary arts, and you're smart. You got to do electrical. I didn't think he was going to actually do it, but he like, let's do it. I ended up getting into another fight in the Covenant House with it was another Haitian guy. Oh God, I think it was 1996. The Marlins, I can't remember the night. The Marlins was playing the World Championship around that time, and I wanted to watch the game, but he wanted to watch this comedy show called Ben Hill, and we kind of got into it over the TV, and I ended up beating him up pretty bad. I mean, that was like the last time that I ever blacked out with rage. I never had rage, but when he hit me in my mouth to bat me away from the TV, that's when I just lost it. Covenant House ended up kicking me out for 30 days, which made me miss my job court meeting. Job court found out that I got into another fight. So my 5 months of anger management turned into 11. And we had to get things together. And after I finished my anger management, it was his time to go to job court, so he had to go. And he was like, listen, bro, I'm going. I was there. He said, he said, listen, bro, I will stay if you want me to. I said, nah, bro, you got to do it. I'm your best friend, and I'm telling you, do what's best for you. I'm gonna get this together, but I need you. Donald had already left. Donald went back to high school in Miramar. It was just me and Owen at the time. Owen's like, bro, I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. And me being the best friend and just looking out for my friend, I was like, nah, bro, you got to do it. And he ended up going, did well. And remember the glasses I told y'all that I found in the beach? He still had those glasses on. So from that point on, with those glasses, he went to job court. He was there like 2 years with those same pair of glasses. He went there. He's a certified electrician. And I think it's something else that he picked up while he was there. And I'll end up going to another job court in Albany, Georgia, where, you know, I got culinary arts degree, and I was about to go to, at that time when I went to job courts, me and my mom had stopped dating that dude, and our relationship was starting to get better. We talking through payphone most of the time. A lot of y'all probably don't know what a payphone is, but talking through the payphone every day. And she was like, babe, I can't wait for you to come home so you can cook for me. Well, that never happened because my mom got AIDS, and she never told me until I had a bad toothache, and I came home and I saw how small she had got. And Owen was doing well. Owen was doing well. By this time, it's 1999. And Owen used to check on me all the time, man. He'd check on me all the time. And it was one day I was in trade. I was cooking chicken for a big banquet. I never forget. I was frying chicken for 15, 20 people. But it was like major hitters in the city of Albany, Georgia. And they came and told me my mom died. So I ended up leaving job court. My thing was, when I left job court, I was supposed to go to California to work at Disney because they hired me through the job because I did so well. They hired me to go to Disney. I never went because of my mom. I had my brothers and my sisters that I wanted to look out for. Plus I had Owen. Owen had already finished job court. He was back home in Fort Lauderdale, and he was like, bro, I don't have nowhere to stay. I'm trying to figure this out. I got this degree. Nobody won't hire me. I say, bro, I got another couple months. I'm coming. We're going to get it together. But at that time, my mom had died. So I really left. Came home. Me and Owen back again after my mom's funeral. It's just us, man. So this is my story that I just want to share with you guys. Like, it was meeting my best friend, and it was just so many emotions attached to it. The story is kind of like broken up in pieces because it's really, really emotional for me. But just want to get that to you, man. And this class so far has been amazing. I've been watching all you guys work. I think you guys are doing amazing. A lot of you guys really know what you're doing. So if you ever get time to critique some of my work or have any pointers, please feel free to hit me up. I'm still learning as I go. I feel like I'm in the dark, but the light is starting to shine a little bit as I move. And I would love some of your input and, some feedback from you guys. Peace. I'm Travell Wiggins. This is week 4.